Hey y'all, what's going on? This is J Maria, J Marie Booklets, and today I'm coming to talk to you about airlifting patients to another hospital. So if you work at a hospital that's a trauma hospital, you see this all the time. You know, you have car accidents, plane crashes, whatever situations going on. So there's always patients being airlifted to your facility. But if you work at just a regular hospital, that's not a everyday occurrence. So usually when you see a helicopter land, if the hospital you work at has a helicopter pad, the main reasons why would be like at a hospital where I was, the helipad was right next to the ICU, and but mainly most of the time it was for babies. So if we had a baby in the ICU, NICU, whatever, and they needed a procedure done and the procedure could not be done at the hospital, they would send them down, to Miami Children's Hospital, send them to one of them hospitals down there, University of Miami, and they could do the procedure. There's special, there are hospitals for children, and so they can do more than we could do. Like if the child was in NICU or PICU or things like that, pediatrician. So that was the most common reason why the helicopter would be there. Now there were times like when I was in the ICU where we had the helicopter, and it might have been a few more times when I wasn't there, but I do remember two when I was there. And the first one was a young girl, and I think she had a heart attack, and she went to have a procedure done, and the doctor fucked up, and so she had to go to surgery, and they were in there for 11 hours. The OR was in there for 11 hours. This all happened at like midnight. And when I came in there that morning, because I got there at 7, they were still in there. They did not finish until 11 o'clock. They were in there for 11 hours. And because the OR that was on call, they had to come in. So they came in at midnight, and then the regular shift came in at 7, and they relieved them a little bit. And so, yeah, because they took over. But 11 hours. And because actually, if I remember correctly, the other surgeon, because it was the one surgeon that was on call, the other surgeon had to come in and help because it was 11 hours. And the other surgeon had performed, I guess, open heart on her mother. And she had these special kind of veins, like her arteries in her heart. It was like special. And he had did it. The other surgeon that came in had performed an open heart on her mother. So, it was hereditary. She had these weird veins and all that stuff. So he was in there. But it was 11 hours. So they ended up, I know they had talked about sending her down somewhere in Miami somewhere, but they chose to go north. And so because Miami, they probably could have took her on a helicopter too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But they chose to go north, and so she went north, and so the helicopter from that hospital, the nurse, I don't know who else all came, but I know a nurse came, and whoever else, they all came on the helicopter, and then they came to get her, and then they flew her back. And yeah, I guess I don't know if I can't remember if a doctor was on there. I know a nurse was on there. I know they had staff. And so the helicopter landed right there. Like it was right there because the ICU was built over the ER. So the ER was been there from the beginning, and then when they added that part of the hospital, they built the ICU right above it. So the helipad, they moved I guess they moved it over because all that wasn't there. All that wasn't there. They built that, and so they put it there. I don't know where the helipad used to be, but they put it right there. So it was right there outside the window. And you could hear it. You can hear the helicopter. And so they put her on, and then I want to say I think she almost coded. Something happened, and when I tell you the charge nurse was on top of her, like the charge nurse was standing in the bed about to, but I don't know, her heart must have skipped or something, but they was on it because like we can't have this. So they got her because they hurried up and bundled her up because she need to get out of here because this like we need to get she need to get up to where she's going because I think her family had already left. They had already started driving, and she need to get what she need done to save her life. So they took her, and then the other one was it was this guy. Him and his family were on vacation. He was a young guy too. They were on vacation, and he had a heart attack, and he was in a coma. And I think the only reason why I think he was um, on the helicopter and took back is because he was from out of town, and they took him back to where he lived, and I guess there was a facility up there that could, take care of him. But he that's the reason why he went. I don't think it was because of special place. I think it was because it was. I mean, he needed some stuff, but it was where he lived because he was on vacation. And so those are the only two that I really remember. And I do remember, and I remember, but I can't remember why. But I do remember unlocking the door to where the helicopter was because the um, the door was locked because it leads to a roof. The door leads to the roof to the helicopter, and for whatever reason, I went up there and unlocked the door. The nursing supervisor, house supervisor, gave me the key. And the only thing I can come up with as to why I unlocked that door, because I remember it was a child. The child was probably like 7 or 8, and they were all there at the door, but the door was locked. I don't know where security was. The only thing I can come up with is that there was a code going on. There was a code, like a code blue, somewhere on that part of the hospital, and everybody was tending to that code blue, and she just gave me the key. Like, go, just here, take the key, go unlock that door for them. That's the only thing I can come up with, because I don't know why I would have been the one unlocking that door to the to the roof. Like, but I do remember the child being bundled up in the stretcher, and and they were there to take the child. The child had to been like 7 or 8 years old, so I knew they were going down to Miami. But I was like, I do remember that, but I don't remember why I had the key. Why they gave me the key? The only thing I come up with, it must have been a code going on, code blue going on, and she just gave me the key to go unlock that door, so they can get on the helicopter and go. That's the only thing I come up with. So, but it's rare if you don't work at a trauma hospital. It's rare that you'll see that. But if you work at a trauma hospital, you see it all the time. You see helicopters landing on buildings all the time. But like I said, the most common with us it was the children, and then of course because because we have a trauma. Golly, how many trauma hospitals we have around here? Just in this county alone, I want to say two trauma, and put them in an ambulance because we had many patients get transported from one hospital to another hospital to get procedures done, and they were just transported through ambulance. So that's common, but a helicopter, no, that's very uncommon. That's why I remember those two. And like I said, we probably had more while I was there. Just I was off that day, and those are the only ones I saw. But anyway, that's all I got for you. I will talk to you later. Bye.